Hello and welcome. Today it's only just me, but I will be taking you on a short walk between the planets. We are starting here at the bottom station of the gondola going up to Felsenegg. The planetary walk is just a short trek between Felsenegg and Uetliberg, but we have also a chance to actually walk up to Felsenegg, so that's where we are starting. Right after leaving the gondola station we reach the Felsenegg Fußweg. That is going to be the path that takes us up to Felsenegg. The path itself is quite steep, 350 meters of altitude within just 1.9 kilometers, so be prepared for that. But it's going through the forest, so it's going to be nice and cool. Along the track you will also find quite a few benches where you can sit down and have a rest, but we just started, so let's continue. Some of the damage from the rain earlier this year is still visible along the track. Also, keep an eye out for wildlife. I spotted this little fellow while going up. Shortly before the top there's a really nice lookout spot that you can use to watch a bit over Zurich. This is the last quiet place before you enter the crowded areas around Felsenegg. Reaching the top of Felsenegg we also come close to the restaurant. Make sure to visit the terrace. If you don't want to have a drink you can still at least watch the wonderful view. Also right in front of us we can see the initial start of the planetary walk. The planetary walk is in the scale of 1 to 1 billion, so every meter is equivalent to 1 million kilometers in the solar system. At the start of Felsenegg, we are actually looking at Pluto at the medium distance from the Sun. The true start in my view is Pluto at its furthest distance from the Sun, but this actually is a small walk, so let's go there. It takes about 15 minutes of walking to reach this point. Especially at the outer rings, the distances between the planets are quite long, and the perimeter of Pluto from the furthest to the average distance is actually the longest trek. Decide for yourself if you actually want to do this part or if you start at the official segment in Felsenegg. In the very distance we can already spot the top of Uetliberg. This is going to be the destination of our planet walk today. We pass by the Adliswil trail that led us up here and make our way to the gondola. The gondola will take you up here to this path every 7 to 10 minutes on the usual schedule. Especially if you're taking your children and maybe a stroller, you can take the gondola. The path itself is very well built and, apart from a few locations, perfectly fine while pushing a stroller. On the plateau we are entering now, there used to be a castle. Today only a plaque reminds you of these times, but there's a nice barbecue spot that is easy to reach from the gondola and a wonderful view you can enjoy while sitting on the bench. So it's a nice space for a short stop on a hot day. Right after leaving the castle location, make sure to take a left here. This is easy to miss because most people are actually taking the track to the right, but if you want to meet Neptune and Pluto for the third time on this walk, take a left. Most of the models will actually come with a small replica in the scale of the planet. Pluto itself is too small to have its own sphere indicating its size. Shortly after passing Pluto for the third time, you will also find this hut. In front of it, between these trees, you will find a well, which is the first and only water source until you reach very close to Uetliberg, so make sure to refill. Also, there's a few side tracks that you can take here that will lead you to a bit more secluded areas with a few benches where you can sit down and just have a drink, relax, and escape the busyness of the crowded main area. Also make sure to watch some of the paragliders take off. The starting location is right after passing the hut. Along the track you will always find a few nice lookout spots that will show you a beautiful view over the Alps and Lake Zurich. Saturn is really easy to spot from afar given its huge rings. From here on out, the distances between the planets are gonna get a lot shorter. On top of the next hill we can already spot the towers on top of Uetliberg. The BBQ area you're passing is well equipped with a water source and a bathroom. At this location, make sure to continue left. Most people will actually pass to the right to the top of Uetliberg, but we want to finish the planetary walk, so let's take a left. Ceres is one of the non-planets along the path, and just so tiny that you can barely spot it on the short window to the left of the stone, but Mars is just around the corner. And here we are at Mars. Take that, Elon Musk. We got here first. Mars is already also just a tiny sphere inside in one of these glass windows. Earth is just up the hill around the first corner. Earth comes together with a wonderful small body, the Moon. If you're interested to see what's on top of Uetliberg, you can reach that from here. Make sure to watch our other video about the 10 things we would recommend you to do in Zurich. From here on out, you can already see that the planets are really close by. In the distance you can already spot the Sun and the destination of our walk. And now we've reached the Sun, the destination of our walk. From here it's just a few steps to reach the train station on top of Uetliberg. While the hike is definitely not one of the most beautiful ones in Switzerland, it is easy to reach and a nice family trip for a sunny afternoon.